We are approaching the coordinates. Okay, I am approaching the anomaly. Oh my god, it's full of stars!
In this episode, we are going to the North Pole on the Man. Why? Well, I just decided to. Anyway, what we're going to explore is the North Pole, and basically I want to go and explore the terrain because at one point in my early career in KSP, this is before I was doing YouTube videos, I discovered that the terrain on the north side of the Man, probably on the south as well, is very hilly and basically hard to land on, and I don't know, it's something to do with the terrain generation that KSP does, and Squad used a procedural generation basically to do the terrain, including the craters on the Man, and even places like Moho, where if you know about the Moho hole, which is hard to say, there is quite a large dip in there, and that was because of the terrain generation and the way it worked, and it caused a glitch, but they left it because it was an awesome feature of Moho. But you have a similar thing on the Man, and basically the same terrain generation is on the Man, and I want to see what it's like. It's one place I haven't explored. I may do the South Pole in another future video or something. But anyway, back to the video, as we jettison our boosters into the deep space. And as we do that, perhaps I should ask a question which I should have asked in the first part of the video. Did you enjoy the beginning of the video? If you're this far through the video, then possibly yes, possibly no, I don't know. Let me know, because I was thinking of doing an entire video, do a mission, record it like this, or perhaps a bit more cinematic than this, and then sort of like do voiceovers depending on what happens in the video. Let me know if you like things like that, especially the voice of the Kerbals. Will it get on your nerves? Just let me know. Yeah, I tell you what, if you do like it, put a thumbs up in the beginning of the video. If you don't like that beginning of the video, do a thumbs down. Very important. If you don't like it, thumbs down. So, there you go, yeah. Even if you're not going to comment about it, just put a thumbs down. Right, as we are going to be doing our burn to the Man, let's talk a bit about actual space news. Some interstellar object has passed through our solar system. What interstellar object? Was it aliens? Unfortunately not, but it is cool news because that it's the first interstellar object which passed close enough to Earth that we could properly observe it, and I don't think it's the first object that has come through the solar system. No, it's just the one. These objects are so small, these asteroids, they come in so quickly and they leave so fast that that means that we can't observe them at great distances. And the good thing with this asteroid that it came in close to the planet Earth. The planet Earth, making it sound like we don't live there. So what this means that we can observe the data that we got from this asteroid, determine where it came from. We might even be able to determine which star it came from, if possible. And then we can determine its trajectory through the universe, or through the galaxy at least. And if you're wondering how we know this is an asteroid from interstellar space, and that is because it came in at extremely high speeds. So it was traveling faster than the sun's escape velocity. That means it's going to be slingshot straight out of the solar system. I'm not sure if it's classed as still in the solar system, but using the Voyager probes as a guide, it will take years for it to actually leave the solar system. So we can still observe it while it is leaving, as long as we got a good lock on its trajectory. Okay, now we're in orbit at the Man. Let's plan our landing trajectory. Okay, so I think one thing I've realized landing on the North Pole of the Man is that it's going to be dark most of the time. And I don't mean that the sun's not going to shine on there. The problem is that the sun does shine on there continuously. As the Man rotates on the equator of the solar system, that means that the sun is always on the equator of the Man. And basically this means that the sun will always shine on the North Pole, or mostly. It'll be sort of like just on the horizon. However, because it's quite lumpy on the North Pole, as we can observe from this map view, then this means that anytime that we dip into one of these craters, if we don't land on the top of one of these peaks, then we won't be in sunlight. And I forgot to pack some RTGs. Slight oversight on my engineering here, but never mind. But going back to engineering, you can see that we have engines pointing down. They look like cow udders looking at it right now, and it does not the prettiest thing. That's because I rushed this design. I made it as more efficient, more for efficiency than for looks. This is basically going to hover around the surface of the man because I thought a rover would be impractical in these situations. A landing rocket will not land properly, I don't think. However, something with hover and can stay at the consistent height rather than just a rocket would be somewhat useful. It probably isn't that efficient because you have to continuously have your engines running to stay at the same altitude. And here we are, a nice flip over, trying to avoid the terrain because I'm not sure if the hovering system or the TCA mod, which I've just enabled here, will be able to detect the terrain in time for us not to crash. And I've set it to hover at an altitude of 6,360. Taking control of it momentarily, engaging the rear engine to make sure they're not going to crash into the mounting. And yes, there does seem to be some glitches with the TCA, especially when you're coming at high speed. I'm assuming you have to start it when you're stationary. It's luckily I did take manual control of this. However, this was successful. We didn't land. That must be the first time said while coming to the man. The mission is successful. We did not land on the man. No, we're just hovering over it. Oh man, I have no idea where we're going with this. As you could tell, probably, I didn't have anything set, nothing to talk about to this mission, and I'm talking over the entire video, so if you don't like that, let me know, and I'll go back to doing some of the videos where I've been talking over a bit, setting some music, and some awesome shots, and then some kind of story, I think. And yeah, let me know if you like sort of like story-driven gameplays or something. I'll continue playing Kerbal, so don't worry about that. I have been thinking of going and playing Star Citizen. I'll probably get a few boos from that, but probably that will be no good game. It'll only be a good game when you're able to land on planets. And here we are. We're coming into the anomaly. What it is, we do not know. We think that it was left here by an ancient race. Perhaps the first visitors of Kerbal. Perhaps these advanced beings brought Kerbals to the Kerbal's surface and brought us this awesome game. Anyway, let's go and take a landing spot because I don't trust landing near this thing. The awesome thing as well, talking about this TCA system, you set a nav point there, like I did here, because I'm looking for flatter terrain by here. You hit land so it automatically lands, but it won't actually land on that spot. It'll search, it'll scan the surface near where you are, find the flattest spot, and then land there. Which I think is bloody awesome, because I don't think MechJev does that. You can tell it to land here, and it'll just, yeah, okay, I'll land there. And then one leg lands on the surface of a mounting, and it goes tumbling down. But not this mod. This mod is much more advanced, and I'll probably use this for automatic landings in the future. And we have touchdown. Sending real Kerman to find out how real this anomaly is. Crap joke, I know. But Roll, I called him real. Roll Kerman, he is our resident junior science officer. I don't know if he's a science officer, actually. He might be an engineer, I can't remember. But he's coming to observe the anomaly, and perhaps in his own words he can describe it, what it's like. What is it, Roll?
Oh my god, it's full of stars.
Roll, can you go pop your head in there, see what else you can see? Just be careful, though. Oops. Houston, I think we'll go explore somewhere else. Yeah, I think we'll go explore somewhere else. Roll Kerbal is fine. I think you use transmuted to another dimension or something. Yeah, so let me know if you like story-driven story things. And by the way, talking about story things, I am looking forward to Veos Human. I think he just calls himself Veos now. Search him on YouTube, look Kerbal Veos, and you'll find his channel. And he's doing these short T- so many seconds down. The last one was awesome. So like told the story of the beginners of the Kerbals. And I'm really looking forward to what he's going to come up with when he does this series. But those shorts are awesome. So if you want me to do something similar, let me know. Anyway, I decided to go and absorb this crevasse just because the sun was shining on the top of it. You probably saw it in the beginning of the video where I sort of like used it. We're going to the waypoint. Yeah, when you're doing films or any sort of videos, you pick the best shots to make sure that they make sense to the story. Like the ship's heading sideways here. I'm going to do a shot which is coming a flyby, and then we add the voiceovers, which would be
We are approaching the coordinates.
Which makes up the first shot of this video and the sort of like the first introduction to the Mun mission. Oh yeah, a bit of context of what's happening here. We are floating down because I set it as a nav point to this location, and when you set a nav point, it's set a height as well. And because it was quite a low dip there, it decided, okay, we're going to go to the nav point, we're going to go that low, and then we'll go high again to the next nav point. That's the only problem with the TCA system. If you're setting nav points, you also have to set the height as well. Anyway, I've enjoyed actually doing this mission. This is a very quick video because I didn't have anything planned, anything set out, and I was sort of like had a cold, so my head was in the clouds. You know what it's like when you get a head cold. You can't think straight. What am I going to do? I have no idea. But having a look at this area, I think what we'll do is build a base at the North Pole of the Mun. I think it'd be quite challenging. We could name it the Mun Anomaly Base. So guys, let me know what you think. We can do a space station and everything else that goes with the base. Anyway, see you in the next video.